Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, I have definitely an awesome portfolio update for you all. This is the best portfolio day I think I've ever had in the history of like my whole stock market investing experience. So I know I've had actually like bigger days in terms of percentage gains, but I think this could be the largest gains just in terms of like the dollar amount that I've ever received in one day with my stock portfolio. So with my portfolio already being near all-time highs at like 88,000, when it goes up 3.98% in one day, then that definitely guarantees a big increase with the dollar amount as well. So I do think this is the best stock market day ever for my stock portfolio that I've had so far. So I'm really happy about this. And just by the way, as always, if you do enjoy this content, the transparency update, just me talking with you all about the stock market and stuff like that, then please make sure to smash that like button. I really do appreciate it, and it definitely helps me out as well. But just addressing what happened today, as you can see, we started out pretty level under the market at 9 a.m. in the pre-market, and then pretty much after pre-market, once we hit the normal market hours at 9:30, the stock market just skyrocketed, or at least the stocks that I've chosen. As we know, my stock portfolio is a little bit different from VOO and NASDAQ. So today was definitely a really awesome day. Like I said, it skyrocketed at 9:30. It continued on up until about 12:20, and then kind of leveled out with like a baseline trend and ended about near that 1220 mark at the end of the day. So as I said earlier, we're at plus 3.98% today, which is $3,511 in gains. And then after hours right now as well, we're at minus 0.29%, or minus $264.57. So just addressing our gains for today, we gained about $3,500, which is absolutely insane for me. I've had days where I've gained 2,000. I've had days where I've gained like 2,500. I've maybe even had days where I've gained about 3,000. But when it comes to my memory, I don't believe that I've ever had a day where I've gained over $3,500. So this is definitely a milestone for me. I finally hit $90,000 invested for my first time ever. I was stuck on that $88,000 marker for a while, like the 88,000, 89,000. So to finally see us hit this different number, it looks different for the portfolio, obviously, and it's just something that's really cool to see, and it's super motivating for me to want to keep investing as well. So like I mentioned earlier, an awesome day today, and a lot of that is thanks to Tesla. We'll be jumping into that discussion in a little bit as we discuss the numbers and stuff like that. But as you can see, pretty much every stock that I own today performed very well. I'm not really including the free stock since it's not something I chose to purchase, but even Apple did pretty well today at plus 0.62%. Yes, it's a lot lower than the other ones, but at least it did pretty well. And keep in mind, the majority of my investments are into Microsoft and Tesla. So with Apple having not as good of a day as Tesla and Microsoft, and it also being the least invested one in my portfolio, then it kind of worked out in my favor, especially with Tesla taking up a major part of my portfolio. I think Tesla's about 40% of my portfolio. But just talking about the future with investing and things like that, and what I plan on doing in the next few months or so, just to give you all some context, I finally got taxes dealt with. All that's left now is for me to sign some things, and then of course finally send the money to the IRS. So as we know, taxes are due by July 15th. If you don't know already, make sure to get those done by July 15th. But to give you all some context as to what has been happening lately, my channel, I haven't really been as active as usual. It's usually been about one video a day at a max, and most videos have been portfolio updates. And I've also not been purchasing stocks like I used to, and that is because I've been saving up some money to pay the IRS for my taxes. So that's just something that needs to be done. You have to pay it. And I finally figured out the numbers for me. I think I owe like $8,000 to $9,000. I think it's like almost $1,800 for the state income tax, and then it's like another $6,000 to $7,000 for federal income tax. So to just give you all some context of my plan for that, like I said, I spent the funds that I did have in Robinhood. I think I've got like $40 right now, but I pretty much spent everything that I had in Robinhood in my cash balance. And I told you all that if taxes came up and I was still lacking a little bit of money, I probably wouldn't sell my stocks, and then I would just find some of my personal items to sell. And that's actually what I'm going to be doing with my taxes. I think I have like $5,000-$6,000 in cash right now. I think it's like $6,000. So I just need like another $2,000 to $3,000 to pay off the taxes, and that's something that I could probably get fairly easily. I just need to sell some things, and I'll probably get that done in the next few days or so. So that's one of the main reasons you all haven't been seeing a lot of videos on the channel recently, just because taxes really do stress me out, and I just wanted to go ahead and get it over with. I had to file a lot of business expenses and stuff like that and print everything out and make sure that I had the documents gathered. So it's very stressful, and it was something that I just wanted to put all of my focus into and get it out of the way. That way I could finally start focusing more on videos once that's done with, because as we know, once you get taxes done with for the year, you can just enjoy yourself a little bit more now that it's out of the way. So that's the plan with that. I plan on selling a few things to get that rest of the money. And then also today I made a recent purchase as well. I purchased about $1,500 worth of something on my credit card, and I just wanted to share this with you all as well, just because I talk about finance on the channel and other related topics in addition to investing. So one thing to emphasize about this is that I have like a $5,000 limit on my credit card, and keep in mind, in my opinion, the best credit card you can get right now is the Amazon Prime credit card, because if you buy things with that credit card on Amazon, you get 5% cash back, which is absolutely insane. No other credit card company is able to compete like that. So you get 5% cash back, and then I think you get like another 1% everywhere else. So what I did today, I bought something for like $1,500 with my credit card, but that is not going to be due until the 30th of next month. Now, I don't have the money right now, and I'm never really a person to spend money on a credit card when I know that I don't have the money, but I know that I will have that $1,500 back by the time of the 30th, because I'll be getting paid on the 21st of next month. So I'll have the money to pay back that purchase on the credit card. That's just something to keep in mind as well with my spending strategies. I don't usually spend anything on my credit card that I don't have, but I know for a fact that it will be there in the next month. So that's why I went ahead and made that purchase. Definitely wasn't anything necessary. It wasn't a car or anything like that, but it was just something I wanted to buy. And I know that I could have used that for stock money. That's definitely some money that I'll miss out on for investing in more Tesla stock, but it's just something that I wanted to buy. And I've been pretty good about my spending habits lately, much better than I used to be, and I kind of just wanted to make this one big purchase, and that's probably all I'll be purchasing other than stocks for a long time now. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, just, you know, the transparency. Got to keep y'all updated, even if it's not stocks, my spending habits and stuff like that. But the only reason that I spent that is because I knew for a fact that I have a check more than $1,500 coming next month. So that's why I spent it. I knew that I would be able to pay it back on time. So that's just some perspective as well. And that's also an explanation as to why I haven't been uploading as much on my channel, because as I mentioned earlier, I've just been focusing on these taxes, and I wanted to get that out of the way. So once that's out of the way, a lot more videos coming to the channel where I'm able to focus more on doing multiple videos other than just a transparency update like this. So anyways, jumping on to the numbers for these stocks, we'll go ahead and start out with Microsoft stock. As you can see, just for today, this stock is up 2.35%, which is about plus $910 in just one day for this stock. So I'm very satisfied. Microsoft is over 200. Once again, we're at 203 right now. And the total return is at plus 18.51%, or plus $6,186 about it. So this is definitely one of these stocks that I've noticed that it's actually the worst performer out of my 3-stock portfolio. But keep in mind, when I say worst performer, I don't mean that in a bad way. It just means out of the 3, it was the one that did not perform as well as the other 2. But even given that, this is still a fantastic performing stock so far. I've gained about 18.5% just in around like 3 months or so, because I didn't start heavily investing into this until about 3 months ago. Most of this was during the crash when we had the whole first wave of the Rona back in February. So I was investing all the way down, as many of you already know. So I'm very satisfied with Microsoft so far. Very awesome to see it over 2% in gains just for today. And then next up, we have Tesla stock. This is the one that really went crazy for me for my portfolio today. I'm so happy about this. I knew it was coming eventually. And as I've told you all before, I try to preach this. Tesla is a volatile stock in the meantime, but you just have to learn to have that mental fortitude to where you can ignore these road bumps and ignore these temporary setbacks, because the long-term vision for Tesla is very, very bullish in my opinion. I'm a huge Tesla bull, as many of you all know. And I think it's so much more than just an automaker company. This is so much more than just a vehicle producer company. This is an energy company. They have a focus on solar panels. They have a focus on battery production, lithium-ion battery production, and they're also focusing on full self-driving technology. I would assume they're going to be focusing on HVAC systems in the future, which is heating, ventilating, and air conditioning units. So I think there's great potential, especially with Tesla having so much experience in the electric renewable energy source sector. sector. So I think there's so much potential for this in the future, and even $1,100 is not anywhere close to where I think the in-game number for this stock price is going to be. I think Tesla will easily be a multi-$1,000 stock in just a few years, and honestly, I still think this is a solid price for Tesla. If I had the money right now, I would buy another share, but as you all know, I still have to pay off taxes and stuff like that. So once that's done, I'll be buying more Tesla shares most likely, and more Microsoft shares. So this is still one of those stocks that is at a premium, of course, but I think in the long-term vision, it's still a pretty solid fair value. And keep in mind, especially with Battery Day coming up, we have an official date now, and then we also have the potential of this stock being included in the S&P 500, which would be absolutely huge. I think that would be a big growth mover for this stock as well if that is to occur, and I do think it's very likely soon. So this is definitely one of those stocks that perform well for me. As you can see, today's return plus 6.53%. Only Tesla is able to do this. Tesla is one of those that has moved up like 7, 8%, 18% sometimes, and here we are back again at all-time highs. So as you can see, plus $2,242 just in one day. Absolutely crazy. This pretty much paid off my purchase that I made today. So that's just crazy to think about, that I gained more today thanks to stocks, even counting my expenses of like $1,500 that I purchased. So in total return, we're at plus 28.22% or plus $8,046. And then finally, we have Apple stock. This is one I'm definitely satisfied with. At this point right now, even if it doesn't move within like the next few weeks or so, if it just stays flat where it's at right now, I still think I've really gained a lot from holding Apple stock. And it's definitely been impressive in terms of growth recently. So I'm satisfied regardless. I'm very satisfied with this 0.62%. Only around plus $94 in gains, but I'm still very grateful for that. And as you can see, total return, it is the second highest one. So Tesla is the first highest one now. It's at plus 28%. This is at plus 27%. And I think Microsoft is at plus like 18%. So as you can see, total return for this is at plus $3,278. So just to show a full review of my all-time portfolio record, keep in mind I started like middle December of 2019. So not even including a full year's worth. This is just about 7 months worth of investing, and I'm already up 27.13%, which is $19,527 in the green, in the positive, just full-on gains. So this is almost 3 years worth of investing time for VOO. To get around 30%, it takes about 3 years worth of investing in an ETF like VOO, which kind of just mirrors the general stock market trend. So to get 27% in 6 months for a long-term investor, you know, not just some sort of like short-term swing trade or options, that's actually pretty impressive in my opinion. And I'm definitely satisfied with how my portfolio is performing so far. And it surely seems like the concentration method is working for me. And I know a lot of you have said you've used the same strategy as well and that it's working for you all too. So I just thought it would be interesting to do another portfolio update for you all. I'm definitely excited about the growth of all of my stock picks, but I really appreciate you all watching. And if you enjoyed, as always, please make sure to smash that like button and feel free to sign up to Robinhood and Webull with my referral link in the description. If you sign up with those links, we'll both get some free stocks, and you also help support the channel, which I really do appreciate. I appreciate any sort of love that you all send me. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you watching, and stay safe out there.